white balance thing. I always forget to do. In post-production. Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have with us Rodney Fisher. Yay! How's it going, Rodney?
I'm excited and well.
in equal measure, I hope.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, good to have you up here. It's very exciting because you got this album coming out.
Yeah.
It's called, what, Art School Dropout.
That's me.
Is it?
Buddy.
Were you an actual art school dropout?
Yeah, I went to art school for 1 year and took a year's leave maybe 22 years ago or something like that.
You thinking of picking it up again?
I have. It's been a continual torment, I guess,
right,
over
right.
the years in different levels. But really, I've named the record Art School Dropout because it was those feelings of like I'm missing out on this thing that was so important to me that even got me to Elam in the first place. You know, it was my main thing when I was growing up was I wanted to be an artist, a visual artist. So the distraction of a music career.
I hate when that happens. Just got in the way, right?
But yeah, it was really just a realization that there was something there that I had left behind that all of a sudden made a whole lot more sense to me as an older person.
Right, totally.
Yeah, right. and that picking up creativity and making it a part of my daily routine was something that I wanted to prioritize and make as part of my life going forward. And whether it was going to be writing songs or painting a picture or creating something with clay or making paper mache. I did that for a while. I even had a little art exhibition actually down at Monster Valley.
Oh yeah? Over on K Road?
A while back, yeah. But it's really kind of in part been stemmed from finding something that I can do with my kids that that is good for me and good for them.
Gotcha. Cool. So can you do all of the above or do you have to kind of pick and choose?
Well, this is the thing. It's like, and it's all of the above, and the story and the journey is the art form.
Okay.
I don't know when I had the light bulb kind of moment, but I definitely started thinking, stressed out by all the expectation around social media and what it means to be an artist now, and a lot of my existence has been working in the music industry, so I've kind of had a bit of a close look at other people's careers and what they're doing and the stresses that they've had as well, and putting myself in those shoes and also wanting to be in their shoes made me realize that even more so that the process is the rewarding bit, and that's something I've always tried to teach and to talk to other people about it as well. If you're going to do anything in the creative industries, I think that it does need to be part of your life, and for you to be getting something rewarding from it, from that journey. Right. Otherwise, it's not going to be very sustainable for you because there's, it's a roller coaster. Yeah. Some things might work this week, some things they won't.
I mean, let's face it, the music business is very different even from when Good Shirt was doing anything, which is 20 years ago, right?
Absolutely.
And that was when everybody was just starting to figure out how to download stuff and whatever, I can't remember what they were, but and now it's like
we're worried
everybody's
about pirating
streaming
and stuff like that. I think that we were part of some of the major record labels' first anti-pirating campaigns.
I remember the little stickers on the CDs.
And the files were encrypted when you downloaded them off the CD and all sorts of stuff. I feel really grateful that we were part of that last kind of sturge of. I mean, it was expensive for a punter to get at music. Right. I guess that was kind of, I don't know how the public were feeling about that. Maybe the timing was right, but like being able to sell a CD, which was relatively cheap to produce at a decent amount of money, meant that you could make money off those CDs, which was really
and it also, in my opinion, music has become completely devalued because everybody just gets it for free. They're paying Spotify or Tidal or something, but they're not paying for the actual tracks or the album. So therefore,
I've heard some things that the music is the commodity that goes along with the personality now.
Yeah,
which is
that's pretty scary. Some of the personalities. It's
what if you go to the personality? I don't.
Well, some people thrive. Like Amanda Palmer is a perfect example.
Yeah.
She's like right into the whole thing, and she's got the personality to go with it, and the work ethic or whatever it is the savvy to go with it. But some people are.
Yeah, it does favour certain people more than others, but I do think that by ignoring the problem, which I was doing for a while, and thinking, oh, how do I fit in, or feeling like am I relevant, all those sort of questions, especially because I'm making some music which is very intimate and quiet,
right?
And I was trying to figure out what the style of promoting that is, or what is promoting it. But I feel that once you give in to yourself and you just realize that is what you're doing, it's kind of easy. You can draw on yourself and you can find that path and you can find your little muse.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like my muse is jumping from tabletop to tabletop and
right.
all around me now, as opposed to being some set static thing.
Yep. So have you found, are any of the answers to those questions within the album that you're about to release?
So. Yeah, I mean, because I created it in a very open kind of way, with the acceptance of I didn't even thought of that floating muse thing,
right.
But it kind of does work. It's about being in the moment, and about being open to change, and not being tied to things that much that they kind of cripple you.
Yep. Which
I feel like when you've been making music for a long time, you tend to do a little bit. You end up repeating what you think works,
sure.
And all that sort of stuff. And so I really wanted to collaborate, and that was a key part of making this album, was collaborating and being open to direction of somebody else, as opposed to direction from me,
right.
being the main thing.
Gotcha.
And so the first experiment that I had was giving Something Nothing, which is a track on the album, to Andy and Victoria, and I just finished recording it at Roundhead Studios. Probably a really beautiful recording. I was really, really happy with it. And I just felt like, this is great, but I feel like it was Americana-y, acoustic, folky kind of thing, recorded with U87s and lovely compression and all the things that you want. But in having these conversations and this tickling kind of, I want to be able to be more creative and more about the process, just went to Andy and Victoria, hey, I just made this thing, and do you want to make a remix of it? Because we've been talking about that process, and talking about their home studio and all that stuff. And they took the song away, and what they sent back was not a remix, well, it was a reworking, and they'd really kind of felt, probably from our conversation, that they had artistic license, I guess, to use instrumentation freely, which was really cool. And I suddenly felt like, you've made the song that I wrote and envisaged feel more like how it's supposed to be.
That's interesting.
And it was
because it could have gone the other way, right?
Yeah, I guess it could have. And there was, probably because of the remix conversation, there was more electronic elements in there, and I just thought, there's something working there, and it's something that I haven't done before, and I really like this. So we just sort of made the agreement, should we do more? Let's do this. That was really fun. And we just went to town. Unfortunately or fortunately, that meeting was in the middle of the lockdowns. So I played this one show in Christchurch, which was how I met up with them. Yep.
And they are who exactly? Andy
and Victoria Knopp from The Response.
They're The Response. Okay, just
they're The Response. Yep. Yeah. And so that's their band. The other band that I've got is called Imperial April.
Okay.
And they've been carving a bit of a path as producers and songwriters in their own right, as well as those two musical acts. So I guess that them, from a producer point of view, started bringing more of that into the demos as well.
Sure.
And we were middle of lockdown, so we went from being able to talk to person to suddenly not be able to work.
Yep.
But we were already in different cities, so what was the difference?
Yep.
So we just got into that rhythm of sending tracks back and forth, and I had integrated my recording life into the lounge at that stage.
Right.
That was quite a journey in itself, and a bit of a battle with my wife about having a space for the music gear or what I was going to do with it. I'm a little bit of a mess sometimes anyway. So leaving even more stuff out in the
I'm sure it was
shared
highly
space,
appreciated.
shared space. So yeah, I went from just ignoring that advice and just setting things up slowly but surely, ended up having a recording studio set up in the lounge room next to the giant pile of toys and the couch and the TV and stuff. And my idea was that every day I would do something, and at the same time as this relationship with Andy and Victoria was happening. A bit of it happened when I was just like, well, I've got a moment now, I'm looking after the kids. I'll put one headphone on and one headphone off so I can check that they're not getting up to trouble, and I can still record something. Keeping up appearances, you can hear the kids yelling at each other in one of the part, which sounds like a bit of a sound effect.
Right,
so it all works out, But the majority of the recording that I did was when the house went quiet and everyone went to bed, and I went to my area, and I think that calmness and that stillness in the middle of the night has come through in a lot of the album as well. So I guess you're just having that space to be by yourself and suddenly valuing that and being able to value that. But long story very short, I got sick of watching Netflix and thought I'd change it out for doing music instead.
Right, there you go. And we're all the better for it. So we're recording this interview a couple days before the album is being released. You're still collaborating, apparently.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, this whole coming back to the creative, making it a priority in my life, and the way I've made the videos and everything, and the way we're promoting the record is all in tune with that same evolving story narrative around being a creative and what that means to me in my life. So the videos were made in that same way, where we were open to things changing, have a vague plan, but kind of always moving, and bringing into focus my love of visual arts as well. So there's a bit of a thread there of art schooly things and justifying them via my music career. maybe it'll be the other way around at some point. Who knows?
You never know.
So I did big paintings on the beach while we were filming the Keeping Up Appearances video.
Right.
I've been collaborating this week with the Vintage Consortium, which is a vintage fashion store in Kingsland that we just kind of connected in a similar way. Just got a coffee, was looking around the room, got chatting to the guy in the shop, and said, this is a cool space, we should put on a gig or something.
Right.
And I don't know, a month later, here we are doing it.
Cool.
And we've been creating one-off pieces which are inspired by the album as well. We made a little woodcut of the chair that's from the album cover, which we've been stamping onto some clothing and making some one-off pieces. And and having a little celebration in the space on release day as well.
Oh, good. So
I think I've sent you an invite.
I'm sure you have. I'll hold you to it. I'll search through my emails as soon as we're done here now. So you're going to play a song for us now.
I am.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to play I See You.
Okay, that was the first single that was released a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
So what does ICU stand for, first of all?
Well, it stands for I See You.
Yep.
But it also stands for like ICU, like intensive
care unit.
It's really about being aware of the emotional pressures within a relationship with living with someone with mental illness, no matter how big or low that is. Just kind of learning to accept each other, I guess, and recognizing that it can be quite tough for the other person who's not. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm excited to hear it here because I saw you Cumu live when you opened for the Mitchell Twins. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go a bit more electronic this time.
Okay. Yeah, because that was just you and a guitar.
Yeah.
Yep. So, so when you're doing shows after the record is released, is it you or you with the response, or how's it going to work?
There's going to be 3 different ways of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixing it up.
Starting with me and computer and keyboard and acoustic guitar, to me with a couple of others with vocals, to full band eventually.
Nice.
I haven't quite got there yet.
Okay, great, fantastic. Well, thanks for coming around and doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. You kidding me?
Always so nice.
Anytime.
Okay, sure.
We're always open.
I'll set my bed up.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, might as well. It's been done before, believe me. But all right, well, good luck on Friday, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Who thought they could see the signs? Any clues from a picture painted? Never been the observant type. There's no point, still I wonder why. When it's done, can't erase it. And we're wrong to give up the fight. Every time I see you, I hide, taking on the world with a thorn in my side. I keep putting a face on